Hello. This is a living room request. This is very weather appropriate because we're sweating. Jeff and Andy, I'm sure you meant this.
Midsummer here in the UK, and it's tropical time for Brazil. This is a living room request. Thank
So
you
nice.
so much indeed.
Summer Samba. Thank you, Jeff and Andy. Someone to hold me tight, that would be very nice. Someone to love me right, that would be very nice. Someone to understand each little dream in me. Someone to take my hand, to be a team with me. So nice, life would be so nice if one day I'd find someone who would take my hand and samba through life with me. Someone to cling to me, stay with me right or wrong. Someone to sing to me some little samba song. Someone to take my heart, then give his heart to me. Someone who's ready to give love a start with me. Oh yes, that would be so nice. Should it be you and me, I could see that would be nice. Someone to hold me tight, that would be very nice. Someone to love me right, that would be very nice. Someone to understand each little dream in me. Someone to take my hand, to be a team with me. So nice, life would be so nice if one day I'd find someone who would take my hand and samba through life with me. Someone to cling to me, stay with me right or wrong. Someone to sing to me some little samba song. Someone to take my heart, then give his heart to me. Someone who's ready to give love a start with me. Oh, nice, that would be so nice. Should it be you and me, I could see that would be nice. I don't know if anybody knows, but I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think that singers or musicians in general, when you're doing something, you're focusing on everything, but at the same time, you can have the weirdest thoughts come into your mind while you're doing it.
Go on, what are you
And
thinking
for me,
now?
it says, someone to understand each little dream in me. And I was brought to mind of my second boyfriend. It was in college. I won't say who he was. But at that time, when I was a sort of 18, when I was 18, when I was just about to drift off to sleep, I'd have the weirdest visions. Weirdest, so random. And I used to sort of do this sort of like monologue as I was falling asleep, sort of just saying these visions. And he didn't appreciate them. And I think back to that and I think, yeah, he didn't, he didn't understand each little dream in me at all. So good riddance. I don't know if he's thriving or not. He's got a good website, but then we all do, and that doesn't mean a thing.
Egg.
It's an egg.
And I'm going to take this opportunity to remind you all about the Contraguitar.
That's what I thought.
Which is the standard 6-string, nylon string, acoustic flat top
You really
guitar.
showed it off in that intro. That was great.
And then you've got 12 notes below that, totaling 18 strings. These notes are not fretted, and they go down a half step or one piano key.
I'm not fretted.
Or half a semitone. Semitone each time.
Yes, people say not fretted, but if anybody is to ask Matt anything literal and say, but could you fret them? He would then say, well, people don't, but you could. And then he'd demonstrate some weird extended technique that he'd improvise upon the spot.
So you can see what you've got there.
Going right down. Bonus. See? Wasn't in the scale, but he had to put it in there because it is the lowest, and he's a completist, is Matthew Redman. He's a completist.
So I liked this 18 string. I
So
do wish I'd have got like a 16, 17 string that was better quality built, but I held out for this.
Wanted all the notes.
There it is.
Wanted
I really wanted that one and that one, and now I sort of
you
see
darn
why
well
it didn't
good.
catch. Well, not now. I did
strains
about
the fabric
6 or 7 years ago.
So hard.
No more. God,
More time.
hang on,
has
time
gone.
goes way on.
Before he had this extended
That would
guitar.
have been like, was it 9 or so years ago?
Oh my goodness.
Maybe it was actually 10 years ago.
Before he had it, he used to stick his bass,
I did before I was
acoustic
born.
bass,
Yeah, it's true.
and his guitar next to each other. And what did you do? You used like nylon to tie them together, so that because he couldn't afford.
I played that. I remember I played something like that on it.
Up in Fleetwood, I remember it well. It entertained the children.
I had like G, A, B, C, which of course would be the standard.
Used
for
two instruments to go from one to the other.
Extra and extended bass. G, A, B, C, D is a standard. They had quite a number of those in the 19th century. Or just D, 1 bass, C, 2 Bs. In fact, Jamie has one with just the D.
It's so funny.
All
that structure. That's right. Yeah.
All that structure for one single musical pick.
Single pitch.
But believe me, it was a thing. Extended range guitars.
Yeah, you're
Check
gonna
out
need that
Greg's
one.
website, harpguitars.net.
Harp, H-A-R-P, not H-E-R-H-E-A-R-T guitars.
Yes.
Because I'm sure there is something.
Autocorrect.
Heart guitars.
And actually, if you search on
harp.
G minor on YouTube, or search for harp guitar Greg minor, or just harp guitar minor.
This is how hot it is. I made my hair and that's sort of.
You'll
By the way, sorry.
Just saying, you'll see a video that I filmed him
Very
explaining
high
stuff.
quality filming. My goodness.
It's
Smithsonian
stuff.
Institute
I mean,
would
it's
never
not,
done better.
You know, Disney Nickelodeon level, but if you're
Dancing
listening to
teenagers.
this, you're gonna be interested.
This is true. Now, by the way, if you are a Patreon member, we recorded this. Then we went for lunch in this wonderful Portuguese place. So I've had pastéis de nata.
But we made a mistake
And we
because
made a
I didn't plug the camera in and it's blank.
It's blank,
So
but
it's
we
a
got the
podcast,
sound, and it's very, very long explanation about harmonics, which is really
All without the
fascinating.
visual.
All without the visuals. Yeah, it's now if you can see, as you can see, I've got half of the string here. Well, I've heard weirder things on podcasts.
Oh my goodness! No, that is
Or on
actually
radio.
true. You're absolutely true.
Here we are at the last bookseller that wraps books in paper and string and ties knots rather than, and honestly, and it's like, oh yeah, they were interviewed us on the radio. Well, how was
Funny.
that? Well, we talked them through it. Anyway, yeah, no, that will be on Patreon, so you can actually listen to this. It's very
If
strange.
you'd like to support on Patreon, go to Patreon Patricia Hammond, or go to patriciahammond.com/request to request your own on this.
I think I played the shaker better on this retake. what I discovered today, which I didn't know, I've have trouble with these because everything's delayed to what you want. Your physical, it's slightly behind your physical movement, and that really messes with me. So an Irish person said that this is a good thing, that you sort of you go against.
You stop.
It stops.
A railway buffer.
Yeah, and that works, but this wasn't that feel. It had to be softer than that. So I discovered that if you rotate...
That's lovely.
If you rotate it like a little... It does a kind of swirly... I don't know. I haven't heard it. It could be bloody awful for all I know. But my hair is coming out because it's so humid.
Let's say goodbye to these lovely people.
Thank you so much for very
watching.
much, and thank you, Jeff and Andy, as ever, for your
like the video and
requests.
subscribe it down there and down there. Bye bye.